Dear ones, I am Archangel Michael. I'm going to start today's video by informing you that the egregor of light that you created for Australia is immense and active. You are already starting to hear some good news through your media, about the regeneration of nature, about rain, about the reduction of fire. No, don't think it was a big coincidence, no, it was not. You were able to expand that meditation to many people, and it spread, and a great mass gathered at that time, and some continue to gather. This, my brothers, is to do for Gaia. When Gaia needs you most, you act. And she knows, each one of you who took this action, who made this decision. Remember, you are all connected, and connected to Gaia. She feels the heart and love of each of you. So don't think that you are small or insignificant. Because the strength of love is immense, and she knows how to identify each one, those who have love for her, those who respect her, those who understand that she is a living being, and that she lives together, or at least, that is Gaia's intention. Living harmoniously with you, giving you the food and supplies you need, and giving you respect and care in return. Only that. I hope that every day, you become more and more aware, and the groups of consciousness on this planet are getting bigger and bigger. You are walking towards the new world, change is necessary. So don't wait for the passage to the fifth dimension to do something, start now, because you will be planting the new world, and you will only reap blessings, for sure. Well, let's restart our teachings. Many are already missing our classes. So let's restart. No, I'm still not going to talk about Sananda, as I promised. I will start with another subject, just as important. I want to start this week talking about meditation. No, don't expect me to teach anyone how to meditate, I just want to explain to you what and why this act, this commitment, is so important. So let's go. You all know that you have a group of beings of light around you, who move closer or further away, depending on the degree of balance you are, depending on the degree of emanation of light you are. All these beings of light have an enormous eagerness to talk to you, to make contact, to show themselves, to become existent. What do you mean they exist? Because you all know they are there, but how can you be sure? How do you know that they really exist around you? What is meditation? It is that moment when you open all the chakras, and let your inner light shine, thus exposing the degree of balance that you are at that moment, and depending on this degree of light, the beings of light approach. Ah, there are many already thinking, but how will I know that I am only attracting beings of light? The answer is simple, if you are emanating light, what have you attracted? Our presence. Because the more you exude light, the closer we get. And of course, at this moment, it is up to your protectors to create an aura of protection around you, so that there is no interference of any other kind. So many times, you sit or lie down, it doesn't matter, and you make the decision to meditate. And then during meditation they are thinking about the bill they have to pay the next day, they are thinking about that wonderful pie they are going to eat after lunch, the food they are going to prepare for their family, or what they are going to feed themselves, that is, their thoughts are wandering, your mind is anywhere but there. So what's the point? Very little. You sit to meditate, you have this intention, then at this moment your higher self commands the opening of your chakras, and your light is displayed, it is demonstrated to us. If you stay connected, if you stay focused, that light remains. Now if you start thinking about other things, your chakras will close again, and your light will withdraw, making it difficult to connect with us. And then many say, wow, I meditate, meditate, meditate and I don't see or hear anyone. Of course, each case is different. But try to observe what you are thinking at the time of meditation, whether your mind is not chattering and wandering elsewhere. So I'm going to teach you, a very simple thing, so that you can stay connected, so you don't let your mind talk, so you don't let your mind wander. So you are going to sit, or lie down, it doesn't matter, you have the intention to meditate, and if there is the intention, what happens? Your chakras are already opening, letting out the light that exists within you. So at this moment, you will start talking, but not saying silly things. You will say that you want to connect with us, that you want to evolve, that you want to be ready for contact, that you want to hear our messages, that you want to see us, that is, no, you are not quiet, and simply focused, you are chatting too, but notice the following: you are focused on one thought, you are focused on that moment, that connection. So when you say that you want to connect with us, that you want to see us, that you want to hear us and you want to feel us, you are thinking, yes, talking, but with a purpose. The words are part of that context. So you're showing us that you can't keep quiet, very well, but that you're focused on the subject we're talking about there, and you're going to ramble, you're going to imagine seeing us, you're going to imagine talking to us. It's as if you were in a circle of friends, around a campfire, telling wonderful stories, miscellaneous stories, but all aimed at us. Then you will be talking to us. At first it will be a monologue, because for you to hear what we say, it takes time for the connection to be created. It's not just that you say, I want to connect with you, and immediately you hear our voice. No, it's not like that. Imagine the following. I'll give you an example very similar to what you have today. You want to talk to a person on the other side of the world. How do you do it? You take that person's phone number, and through this number you reach them, that is, you have created a connection. It didn't happen because of the simple fact that you said, so and so, I want to talk to you. Nothing will happen unless you have some gift. If you don't create the connection to talk to the person, you won't talk to them. So you have to create this communication mechanism, and the same way with us. It's not just that you sit down and say, I want to connect with you, and we immediately start chattering in your mind. That's not it. Having a connection with us has to be a request with a lot of love, with a lot of affection, with a lot of respect. So in the first few days, you will do monologues, you will talk about what you would really like to know our names, to know who we are, to know how to connect with us, that you want to create this connection with us, that you have this intention from the bottom of your heart, of being able to see us, of being able to know that we are there at any moment, but that you want to have a name to call, that you want to have a name and know that when you say that name we will be there. So this will be the daily conversation. No, you don't need to spend 10, 15, 20 minutes talking, no, that's not it. You will speak, you will expose your will. When you feel like you no longer have anything to say, and your mind starts to chatter, you say goodbye, and the next day, or whenever you want again, you make the connection again. So what will you be doing with it? It's as if every day, you pull a little piece of the thread to us. Of course it's an ethereal thread, it's not a physical thread, it's as if you're looking for our phone to talk to us. Of course we don't have a telephone, we don't even have a number, but you, every day, when you make this wish, you create this thread, so that the connection happens with us. And every day that you make that desire, that thread will grow and grow stronger, until there will come a point in one day, when the connection will be complete, and then you will begin to make the connection effectively with us. Another interesting point, they don't want to connect with us, all at the same time. The first ones you have to connect with are the angels, your guardian angels, who are those who are closest to you. So it's the closest connection, it's the one you'll get quickly. So the first connection request is with the guardian angels. Ask them to introduce themselves or him to introduce himself. Each person has the number of guardian angels necessary for their protection. Yes, you can have more than one, and I must tell you that the vast majority of you, who are already resonating with the fifth, do not have just one. Remember, you are part of a large group that is working on the planet right now, raising its vibration, so you need protection. So the vast majority of you have more than one guardian angel, in addition to the rest, of course, in addition to the other spiritual guides that protect you, but the first protection you have are the angels. So it is with them that you have to make the first contact, it is with them that you have to talk every day, until you create the connection, because after creating the connection with the angels, they themselves will help you create the other connections. And you will have a lot of help. So my brothers, start doing this exercise. This is very important for you at this time. Hear the name of your angels. Don't expect names you know, they are angelic names. The names that exist in you today came from the angels, not the other way around. The vast majority of angelic names end in L, for the most part. So be careful with the names you hear, as it is very rare for an angel to have a name that does not have this ending. So seek your angels, try to meditate, create an environment during meditation. I am now in a green field, full of animals, flowers, with sun, waterfall. Create. The simple fact that you are talking, you are focused on it, you are creating, and your mind will not have time to wander. But do I need to say all this out loud? Of course. Speaking is not out loud. If you want to speak out loud you can, but you cannot think. How do you daydream? You keep imagining that scene, that place, that moment, without saying anything, and you surrender to it in such a way that often, you don't even hear what's around you. So this is what I want, for you to surrender to this moment, create the atmosphere you want, create whatever you want. Let your imagination flow. You have an enormous capacity to create and imagine. So do it. Let it come from within your heart. Make a habit of writing down what happens every day. In the first few days, nothing will happen or could even happen, it depends on each person's involvement. Write it down. You may feel as if someone touches you, as if something brushes against you. Angels often touch you. Imagine yourself being embraced by your angels, imagine that they are in front of you, huge, beautiful, with a large pair of wings, and you are inside, being enveloped by the angels' wings, being enveloped by the love they bring you. Notice what you feel, and write it down. Each day write down what happens. And you will see that each day you will have something very small and subtle to write down. Don't miss anything. Sometimes even a perfume, a ringing in the ear, a small noise, they communicate in many ways. So be careful. Write it down, don't forget to write it down. As time passes, you will be so prepared for this moment that you will be able to go a long time without your mind chattering. And anyone who wants can put on music, soft music, can let themselves be rocked by the music, because while you are rocked by the music, your mind is focused on the music, it is not focused on other things. So let's start doing this exercise. Let's start learning to meditate. Meditating is not just being silent, emptying your mind, meditating is being focused on what you want, and in this case, it is the connection with the beings of light, who protect you. And you need to be increasingly connected to them, so that you increase your confidence in yourself. You need this. You need to believe that you are capable, and that you are strong. So my brothers, this is today's teaching. I hope you at least try to do it, at least try to create a habit. It is important that this becomes a habit, and preferably, always at the same time, and in the same place. It's as if you said to the universe, look, every day at this time I'm here, okay? So we can create that connection. Then the universe begins to organize itself, for that to happen. Every day without embarrassment, without anything stopping you from being there, because you created a commitment with the universe. So do it. Try to act this way, and you will see how much you will evolve. I am Archangel Michael. I am here, ready, always, to help you more and more to grow, to evolve, and to become more and more ready for my army of warriors of light.